Thomas, Edward, and the U engine.
The engines on the island of Sodor keep very busy. There are always lots of jobs to do. One morning, the back controller came to Tinder's sheds. A new engine has arrived on the island, he announced. His name is Neville. You must all make him feel welcome. A happy engine is a useful engine.
Later that day, Thomas and Edward were stopped by a signal box. The signal might call out to them. The bridge ahead is unsafe. Thomas and Edward, you two will have to collect the iron to bring it there so it can be mended. Yes, sir, said the two engines. Well, I suppose we better get to work, said Thomas, as Thomas puffed away. Right behind you, Thomas, said Edward, as Edward followed Thomas. Meanwhile, Diesel 10 was with the U engine Neville at Crosby Yards.
Neville was a steaming, but he had a square body like a diesel. Neville was backing up towards some trucks.
Nearly there, said Diesel 10. Nearly there, he said again. Then there was trouble. Watch where you're going, clumsy wheels, said Diesel 10. It's not my fault you're a silly steamy, oil Diesel 10. Just then, Thomas and Edward showed up with some feathers of steel, and they could see Diesel 10 laughing with Neville. That must be the U engine, said Thomas. He's probably friends with the diesel engines, said Edward. And the two engines puffed away to do their jobs. As they went off to Nafra Station to tell the other engine if there's any other engines there. Soon, Thomas and Edward arrived at Nafra Station, and James was there. They were taking a passenger train with the Red Express coaches. As Edward and Thomas pointed on platform 1 and 2, they were still thinking about what they saw with Neville and Diesel 10 earlier on. However, James didn't know any of this. Have any of you seen Neville the U engine? Peeped James. Yes, we have, said Thomas and Edward. And, well, what, said James, still excited. We saw them at Crosby Yards with Diesel 10, and they seemed to be laughing together. I think Neville's friends with the diesel engines, both engines said. James was surprised by this. He can't believe Neville was friends with the steamies. Anyway, said Edward, we'll be better off. I think we had to deliver this steel to wellwroth. Yes, said Thomas. Let's get this steel to your station, said Thomas. Soon, Thomas and Edward soon left the station. As they puffed away with the steels as they head off to Edward's station, aka wellwroth Station, Edward's branch. They were still worrying about Neville the U engine. And for James, well, he was still shocked about Neville. Just then, Emmett the Green engine was pulling in to Nafford Station. He was just passing by. He just had to stop to where James go past with his passenger train. Henry was pointing from cattle wagons. He saw James in a state of shock, so he decided to stop. "Hello, James," said Henry. "How are you feeling today?" "Have you heard about the U engine?" said James, and James explained the whole story to Henry. Later that day, Henry met up with Douglas. "Have you heard about Never the U engine?" said Henry. "He's friends with the Steamies." This made Douglas surprised, and then he turned cross because, well, he knows what these engines are like. "Say, laddie, who told you this?" "James told me, and Thomas never told James." We better keep our eyes out on this engine," agreed Sir Henry. Later that afternoon, Douglas met up with Oliver. "Hello, Douglas," said Oliver. "What you doing today?" "Have you heard about Never the U engine?" said Douglas. "No, what?" asked Oliver. "He is friends with the diesel engines," said Douglas. Oliver was puzzled by this. "Who you heard from, Douglas?" "Henry told me, James told Henry, and we all heard from Thomas and Edward." Said Oliver, very puzzled. So it looks like we better keep an eye on this IA engine." "You're right, Douglas. We must keep an eye on him. We have to make sure this U engine doesn't lead the diesel engines to us." "Aye," said Douglas. "We better keep a watch eye on him. We must. If anything bad happens, we tell the Fat Controller. Yes, we must." "Come on, Douglas. We got a steam engine to stop from the diesels." "Right you are, Oliver." Soon, Thomas and Ethel arrived at wellwroth Station on Ethel's platform, delivering the steel. Just then, the controller arrived. "Thomas, Edward," he said, "you two must warn all engines about that the bridge is under maintenance, that way no engine goes over the bridge," said the Fat Controller. "Yes, sir," Thomas and Edward. They were delighted they have a responsibility job to do. After the Fat Controller left, the two engines heard a whistle. "I don't recognize that whistle," said Edward. "Me either," said Thomas. "I wonder who it was." They soon found out. I came under the bridge, which outside Wellsville was Neville, but when Annie and Cowbell, Thomas's coaches. He pointed to the platform nice and gentle. Thomas was so shocked. He can't believe he never had his two coaches. "Hello," said the U engine. "We're not talking to you," said Thomas and Edward. Never didn't knew what he had done. He was a bit surprised as well. A few seconds later, so Oliver popped into the platform. And followed by Oliver was Douglas. The both them saw Neville. "Hello," said the U engine. Oliver and Douglas reached out a huge, big steam. "There is no point making friends with you," said Oliver. "Aye," said Douglas. We know you're going to biffing towards Steamies, just like Aaron Bud told you to, said Douglas. Thomas and Ethel were surprised after what Ogden and Douglas said, but it was too late. To say anything else. The station, the guard always blow his whistle, but never strain. Never soon puffed out the platform with any crowd. Where did you hear Never was going to biff to all the Steamies? Asked Thompson and Wood. Don't you know? Asked the two engines. Douglas told me, said Oliver. Henry told me, said Douglas. James told Oliver. James told Henry, said Oliver. And you two told James about it, said Douglas. But we said we only sold these at 10 with never yard, said the two engines. Thus then, Toby came in. He rushed. Listen here, you guys, said Toby. I have got some news. Donald has said that he saw Never with Diesel 10 in the yard, and Diesel 10 was being rude to him. Oliver was surprised. Even Douglas was. And so was Thompson Netwood. Where was the laddie going? Said Douglas. Cinder and ashes, said Thomas. We didn't tell him about the broken bridge. I must warn him. Wait there, Thomas, said Edward. I'm going along with you. As Edward followed Thomas. Hang on, you guys, said Oliver. I'm coming too. Wait for me, laddies, said Douglas as he followed them. Meanwhile, Never was speeding down the countryside with any cowbell. But Never didn't know that the bridge, which is viduct, is being under maintenance. James and Henry had been working there. When Never saw this, he tried to apply his brakes. I'm sorry to say, it was too late. However, there's a little rusty old track viaduct, and the points were jammed. Now the workmen or James and Henry, they knew this. However, but James and Henry didn't knew this, so they were too busy chatting. Well, James, I think we're doing very well. This new engine is not seeming to be causing trouble for us. You're right, Henry. It's not so far. Looks like we've gotten good order. Yes, said. Thus then they heard some puffing. They also heard the whistle. Who is that? I don't want to use no whistle. And they were thinking who it was. They said, it's Neville! Britannia Clarabelle! And James and Henry were right. The points were still jammed though. But unfortunately, Neville and Anne came closer and closer. But it was too late. Never, and then almost dangling off the tracks, and there was a big, huge river. Never was worried, including Annie and Clarabelle. James couldn't help because Never was blocking the way, and Henry had the workman's coach, and he had golden points, and may take ages if Never does fall in the river coaches. Thompson left to the right. They knew it was their fault for not telling Never about the viaduct. Right behind them, Oliver soon arrived as well. And Douglas followed behind Oliver and soon arrived as well. Whoa, Oliver, that looks so dangerous. Said Douglas. How are we going to do this? I know, said Edward. But I don't think the cranes will be able to do this job. don't think the cranes will be able for this job. Of course, maybe one of us can go over, but why would we fall? Just then, Thomas had an idea. You see that Clarabelle is on the same track as him, and Edward. I think of an idea, said Thomas. Maybe whiskey was the only choice. If I can couple up to Clarabelle, that should work. Well, Thomas, you can use some help with that. I'm on your line, so I will help as well. Alright, Edward. However, Douglas, if you two got some chains, then you can probably couple up to Never's tender and pull him. We may be angry with him for earlier on, they said, but we would do it. Good, said Thomas. But Edward, let's do this. Turn the pounds into action. Thomas carefully coupled up to Clarabelle. As if the buff up to Thomas, as Thomas gently coupled up to Clarabelle. Thomas and Edward, the fireman and driver, and the guard quickly coupled them up. They were similar to go as Oliver and Douglas also got coupled up. Soon all four friends worked together to pull or never and any Clarabelle back to safety. It was hard work, but they all worked together as strong as they can. Thomas and Edward pulled and Clarabelle, now and never, while Douglas and Oliver pulled Never's tender to help Edward and Thomas to make it easier for them. Soon after hard working all together, Oliver, Douglas, Thomas, and Edward managed to pull Annie, Clarabelle, and Never back to safety. Thank you, said Never happily. It's our fault, said Thomas. We should have warned you about the viduct, said Edward. But we now know that we should not listen to rumors or trusty sort of things. Yes, Oliver. And me and Doctor were sorry we were so with you and going to steal you back to wellwroth. Aye, we made sure we never do it again. Just then, Jason Emmett popped up a bit. And we're sorry that we told other engines after Tom's never told us. Yes. If you have any secrets, Never, we will never tell. All the engines tried to get Never a toot. And in return, Never decided to give a toot to all his youth ranks. Never knew now that